Aloha artists, Miss Maggie here. Today, I'm curious, what is your favorite type of exercise? How do you like to be active? Are you a surfer or do you like to play soccer? Are you a dancer? Do you do hula? What is it that you like to do that gets you moving? Because that is what we're going to learn to draw today. Ooh, but before we start drawing it, stop for a second. I want to know what that looks like in your body. I'd like to see a snapshot. Okay? So stand up and get into neutral. Show us a calm and relaxed, still body. So think, before you move, what are you going to do with your body? What activity do you like to do? 3, 2, 1, and freeze. Oh, now check. Are your knees bent? Are your elbows bent? What are you doing with your legs? What are you doing with your arms? Is your head at an angle or is it up? Just notice what sort of position is your body in when you do that activity. How about your back? Is your back curved? Is it at an angle? Is it straight up? What is it for your activity? I bet everyone's is going to look different. And relax. Get back into neutral and then take a seat. Good work. We are going to learn to draw people in action today. And we're going to use shapes to do it. Interesting, huh? Okay, I can't wait to get started. Here are the supplies that you're going to need. Here are the supplies you're going to need for today's art project. You will want 2 pieces of small drawing paper. You'll want a pencil, eraser, Sharpie, and we're going to be using oil pastels today. They might look like this, they might look like this, whatever they look like, that's great. And because we're doing oil pastels, you're going to want a paper towel and you're going to want some sort of scrap paper to put underneath them. It could be an old drawing that didn't turn out. It can be some junk mail. It can be a grocery bag that you opened up. But something that can go under your artwork so that when you can color right off the edges and you're not going to make the mess, okay? Oil pastels are a bit messy. Okay, go get those supplies. A scrap paper to go underneath, 2 drawing papers, pencil, eraser, Sharpie, oil pastels, and paper towel. See you right back here and we'll get started. So, to begin with, get one of your drawing paper sheets and your pencil and your eraser. And we're going to do a drawing together. This first person who's in action, let's do it together so we can go step by step. Then the second time, you're going to do your own idea, okay? So, we're going to use our paper vertical, so it's going to be tall. And with that, we want to make our person pretty large. We're going to have them start from here and go all the way down to there, okay? And we're going to use some shapes. Let's see what sort of shapes we're going to use. But these shapes are just going to be guidelines, which means we want to make them as light as possible because we're going to erase them. And so first, the head. The head is going to be a circle or an oval. See how I'm not quite perfect, so I just keep doing more lines till I get what I like. Okay, I think I like that. I'll erase it later. And then I need a body. For the body, I'm going to do a rectangle. Now this rectangle is going to be below the head. And there's going to be a little bit of space there. And it's going to be about as wide as the head. And it's going to be a tall rectangle like that. But see how I still have more space down there? Okay, so I have a circle and I have a rectangle. Now, I'm going to turn this into a shape person with some legs. First leg's going to come out here, and it's not quite a rectangle because it's just coming off from that. But I'm going to make it have an end there, and then it's going to have another one coming back here. And see how that goes. It's like the person's running. Now I'm going to do another one where it's going down like this. See how these two shapes, they're going in different directions, but they're about the same size. And then this one is going to go down like this. Those are all shapes with 1, 2, 3, 4 sides on them. 1, 2, 3, 4. So they're quadrilaterals, but they're not quite rectangles. They're just a little bit different. Now, just like we did that, we're going to do the arms. Arms are going to come off of the shoulders right there. So I've got an arm coming off like that to the elbow, and then another one coming off there, another one going this way. Oh, I made my person pretty big. They're just barely fitting in my paper. Maybe next one I'll do a little bit smaller. But I like how it's filling the paper there. Okay. Oh, you know what? That head isn't stuck to the neck. Let's make it have a neck too. So I have a shape person. Those are all just guidelines. What else do we need? What about feet and hands? I'm going to do a little shape there on the end. It's kind of like a triangle that attaches on. Yeah, like a triangle there. And then the hands are going to be, I've got a thumb, and then I've got the rest of the hand. On this side, I've got the thumb, and then I've got the rest of the hand there. Oh, I'll go up. I like it like that. So it's like they're wearing gloves. I can add fingers later though. But that gets me started. Now, of course, let's turn it so it looks like a real person. We can add a face. We can add clothes. Make this look like you or a friend or a family member, whoever you want. Okay, my eyes are actually in the center of my head. And so I'm going to put my eyes right here in the center. And if I'm looking to the side, my eyes are an interesting shape. I think of them like carrots. See, it's pointy here and then they're open like that. So this person's running that way. So I'm going to do 2 carrots. Of course, if your person's looking straight ahead, you could do a different shape for the eyes. But I've got the pupils there. I'm going to do eyebrows. I do a nose by having the nose comes down from the eyebrows. And then I need a nostril. And I need my mouth. Let's see, what sort of hair should I put on my person? Hair goes around the head. Oh, I want an ear there too. Some people's hair might cover their ears. But I'm going to do like my hair when it's tied up. That hair is a little bit bigger than the head. And I've got my ponytail. And look at all those sketchy lines. I want to fix that. So I'm going to choose where's the line that I really want to keep. There we go. And maybe I'll do clothes like I'm wearing right now. So I'm going to put a shirt on this person. It's going to go around the neck and it's a tank top. So it's going to go down like that. Clothes is a little bit bigger than the body. And I've got shorts on. And I'll make myself wearing slippers. So I'll have a line there and a bottom part there, line there, bottom part there. Now, I have a lot of lines that I don't need, right? A lot of lines that are like, well, let's make that better. So now, I erase the lines that are in the way. And sometimes I might draw parts again. I might go, well, my wrist is actually not that thick there. So make it the lines that you really want. This is when I erase. See how I didn't use my eraser at the beginning? Some parts weren't how I wanted it yet, but I just kept making marks until I got what I wanted. And now I'll erase everything I don't want. How are you doing on yours? If ever I'm going too fast, remember you can always go back and watch parts again. That's one of the magic things about videos. It's up to you to do that. if you need more time or if you need to see how I do it again, you have that control with your buttons on the computer to watch the video again, or to stop it, or to go back to a previous part of it that you want to see. And so I'm making this look the way I want it to. Great. Last thing I'm going to do is, where is my person? Are they outside? Are they at the beach? I want to see what's happening. So I'm going to draw a line behind them. That tells me that this is the ground and this is something above. Maybe it's a fence. And maybe that's because I'm in the park. And maybe in the next one, I'll add more details. What other lines do I need to get rid of? Great! There we go. There's my first person. Now, think about how you are going to draw what you like to do while you're active. I know what I'm going to do for my second drawing. One of my favorite places to go for a walk is in Waihe'e along the coastline. Have you been there? I bet you might have. And so I'm going to think, what position is my body in when I'm doing that? What am I doing? Maybe I am noticing something down by the stream. And so I'm going to be climbing down the rocks to get over to that part. Have you been down to the stream at Waihe'e? It's kind of like being at Iao Stream too. So that means if I'm bending down, my head might be more like over here. Okay, so I've got my head. And then I notice with my body that my body is at an angle too. So think about your snapshot. What do you like to do to stay active? Do you like to surf? Do you like to dance? Do you like to run around at the beach? Do you like to play in the yard? Do you like to hike? What is it? Do you play soccer? And think back to your snapshot. Even do it again and see, what does that look like? If I'm climbing down the rocks, I've got my circle head and then I've got my rectangle, but look, I put it at an angle because I'm bending over. Interesting, huh? And then I've got my legs. So one leg is going to come down and it's going to be bent. One leg, two leg, and the other one, it's going to be reaching down this way. Now, what are my arms going to be doing? I know. This arm is going to come up this way and it's going to go like this, using my little rectangles that aren't quite rectangles. And I'm going to be holding on to my art supplies because I love painting at Waihe'e. So there I am holding on to my art supplies there. And then this hand will be going down here. I think that is pretty good. I think one thing is my foot up here is a little bit higher up than that one because there's rocks. And what's my hands doing again? Oh, and my feet. So I've got a foot there. Make that a little skinnier. And this hand, go back to my mitten there. And this one's wrapping around. There we go. So here I am hiking with my art supplies. Maybe I have a little backpack on too. And I think I need to put my face in. Ooh, I'm looking this way now. So I'm going to put my carrots in. They're in the middle part of the head, looking where I'm going. There we go. Eyebrows, and the nose comes down. I've got my mouth, and I'm going to put my hair on. Think, what shape is your hair? And so here I am there, and this time I'll have a t-shirt on. And I think I'm gonna have to start erasing soon. And I'll make it a little bit different. I'll put pants on and running shoes. Maybe I was out for quite a hike and I didn't want to get sunburnt. And so here I am. I can decide now, what are the lines that need to disappear? What are the lines that need to get fixed? And what are the lines that I just need to darken a little bit because they're actually just right. Okay. Ooh, I like this one. I'm holding my art supplies, and I have my backpack so I can make some more art out on my hike. So that way I'm combining art and exercise. I like it. But even though I'm getting this looking good, I need something else. I need to show, where am I? I said I'm at the Waihe'e stream. So that's the far end of Waihe'e, and there's a stream that comes down. There's lots of rocks in the stream, and I'm up on the higher part where there's bigger rocks. I'm going to be stepping down. So there's some bigger rocks there, and here's the stream, and then there's some beautiful mountains coming down, and you can see some of the coastline, and there's beautiful clouds. And so all of these things, they're farther away, so they're smaller, but they're in the background. But I can still put them in so I know where we are, okay? So put in those details in the background that show where you're doing what you like to do to stay active. Okay, if you have all of your lines in there that you need, let's Sharpie. This is a last chance to see what you need to add, what you need to change. Once you've Sharpied, it's permanent marker. Now, do you remember what I said about using Sharpie? We want to go light, right? Go over your lines lightly. Don't let the Sharpie squeak. Mine's making a little bit of noise, but it's not going ee. That means you're going too hard. Like I said, if you haven't been out to Waihe'e Stream, it's a lot like being at Iao Stream. Beautiful places to go and enjoy the beauty of our island. Now, I don't need to put the sun in because I can tell it's daytime because I can see the details, right? And I'm doing something I do in the daytime. So, all of that's already in here. I don't need to do the sun. The sun would blind me too much if I really had it there anyways. Okay, after you Sharpie, what do? You erase. Put your hand down and then use that eraser to push, push, push. I'm not pulling because that's what's going to happen. Instead, I put my hand down and I push, 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 and that's coming out great. I'm going to turn around, do the same thing. Okay, next color. Oil pastels are going to be fun. But you know what's going to help with oil pastels is, do you have an extra scrap paper? See how that's all messy? That way, when I do my oil pastels, I can go right off the edges, because what we're going to work on today is we want to fill the whole thing in. Whatever color an area is, make it all the way colored. So if I put blue on there, I'm going to make that blue all the way. Oh, looks like I'm wearing a Pull My Kite shirt. I like it. I'm going to go around my straps on my backpack. That'll be a different color. And I'm going to fill those areas in. So filling it in. See how I outlined it and then I filled it in? Now, I also, so yeah, I found some more white spots there. Make sure you get those. What I was gonna say though, is that I also love blending colors. What if you don't have exactly the right color? Like my hair. My hair's it's not quite brown, it's not quite blonde. So I'm gonna put brown on there and in there, but I'm also going to put the other colors that are a part of it. I need some of that, and yeah, I do need a little bit more brown, and I think it needs some white because it's light. And look what's happening, it's blending those colors together. And so I'm still covering all the white with oil pastel, but that's doing it. What about skin color? You might not have your skin tone in here. So what do? Well, what colors are close to your skin color? Find those. And the white is useful for blending them together. So for me, I think I would do a little pink. Actually, test it on the arm or a hand or somewhere before you do the face. I'm going to do a little orange, but just a little bit, that gets strong. A little brown for my suntan, and everyone's different, so you do your colors. And then white to put it together. And if you're like, oh, that's not right yet, then put more of the other colors on, okay? And if you think that you don't need so much white, then just put more of the colors on, but blend them together, and that will become that new color that you need. Okay, I'm gonna do that again down here. Pink, orange, again, whoops, how'd that blue get in there? I'll just blend it in. Maybe it's some paint that got on me. Something doesn't go the way that you want it to, it's an opportunity to be creative. Okay, and now I put the white on. Yeah, I think that works. The way that you color you is completely your choice, and you have lots of colors that you can use to make it look like you, to blend together for your unique look. Okay, see how I'm staying inside the shapes that I want, and I didn't go over the eyeballs. I let them stay. Nice. Oh, look at my shirt. Haha, that's part of the shirt too. I forgot. That's why it's always important to look again. Okay, now pants. I think I'm gonna do purple. But, oh wait, let's do the outline. That helps me, keeps everything under control. Go slowly, stay inside your shape, and remember that blending makes things fun. And my folder is white, but it's a little bit dirty, so I'm gonna let it be white, but with a little bit of brown in there. and some splashes of color on it because I use it for making art. But filling it in there. See how wherever I color, I fill inside the lines, 100%. What about the mountains that are far away? They're probably a pretty light color. There's probably some green in them, but they're not that bright a green, so I'm not going to put too much green in them because when things are far away, they're not that bright. They actually get kind of blue. What's in the background of your scene? Are you drawing your house and got your yard behind everything? Are you drawing the beach? Are you drawing your soccer field? What is it that you're drawing? And over here, that's the ocean. But the ocean's not just blue. You've got the sea foam. Ooh, yes. And oh, see that brown there? You know what that's from? I need a paper towel. Did I not say to get a paper towel? Paper towel is really useful, especially for cleaning off your white. Okay? So, paper towel. You can fill that in. See how everything's getting filled in? Ooh, and I need to do the rocks in the stream and the water. It's going to have blue in it. But here's a trick about water. Water's not really blue. It's clear. Like, look at the water in your glass, right? It's clear. Water is a reflector, so it reflects the sky. But it reflects everything else too. And then remember, don't leave any white paper. You can blend it with the white though. And you know what happens sometimes? Did I kind of lose some of my details there? I did, didn't I? Well, you know what I can do though? Is I can go back over it. I can add details on top of there. So, if you lose your details, look at it and put them back in. How about the sky? Ooh, I'm gonna do the sky, but I don't want it to be dark blue like the shirt. I'm gonna make it a light blue, and I don't have a light blue in this set. So I'm gonna do my blue lightly, and then clean your napkin and go over that blue with your oil pastel, and then white again. And that white, especially now that I'm going inside the clouds, see I'm going circle, 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 circle. That's working great. Okay, and clean off your oil pastel. Especially the white needs to be cleaned off, but all your other light colors, make sure you clean them off. You can do this periodically throughout making your art, but I think this is just about there. How did yours come out? I can't wait to see it. Make sure that you share it with me and your teacher online, and then post it somewhere in your home that will make your family happy. But also, finally, here is your reflection question. What details did you put into your artwork that tells us what sort of activity you like to do? I would love to hear about that. Okay, tell me about all those details that you put into your artwork. Always you can look at it and find even more to put in it. And we're going to use this way of drawing people again next week for a really exciting project. Okay, I'll see you then. Ahui ho!